That was stupid.
What was stupid?
World War Z.
Oh my god, that was stupid.
It was a bit, wasn't it?
A bit?
My summary of World War Z is Brad Pitt is a fucking jinx.
Oh my god, is he a jinx?
He's such a jinx.
Basically, it's a film about Brad Pitt trying to find a cure for zombieism. But the thing is, it's not zombies that's in it, so I feel a wee bit misled by the title.
I said that at one point to you. I said, you know, these zombies, they're remarkably clean because there's no blood anywhere, and you're like, well, that's because it's a 15.
The whole film's completely clean.
Yeah.
There's no bites or
there's
anything.
no
They're all
blood.
off screen.
Was that guy in Glasgow that got bit?
Aye, but you didn't see anything.
No,
it was
he
all
didn't.
cutaways.
They literally just went yong, and then they ran away, and then they went, ah, I'm a zombie, and then they ran off again. But there was no like feasting on organs or eating brains, or, you know, it's not.
It's a 15. It's not going to have that.
Yeah, but Shaun
Exactly.
of the Dead was with.
That was my thing when I said
Yeah.
to you before walking in. It's like, what age group was this? Was that a 12 or a 15? You're like, it was a 15. And it's like, still. I was like, I don't see the point in making a zombie film if it's not an 18. I mean, it depends obviously on the film, but if you want to do it right, then do it right, rather than getting the product that we've got now. It's basically, don't forgive the pun, but I'm making a zombie film that's got no bite to it.
Yeah.
It's got no teeth. It's got no teeth to it. I mean, it's got no teeth. It's just shallow and it's.
Well, remember,
Everything looks sterile and clean and shiny. It looks like a 360 game or a
super
PS3 game. It's just there's no grit to it. There's no teeth to it.
Pretty.
But it's interesting why at the start, basically what I wanted to see the film for was just to see Glasgow on the big screen, which was very jarring.
Yeah.
But they were trying to have it set in Philadelphia and have it fill in for it. Is like, alright, fine, whatever, it's cheaper to work here, it's cheaper to work and film here, blah 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 blah, tax breaks, etc etc. But why did they then go to Cardiff?
Yeah.
I mean, they went to the UK anyway, so
Yeah,
why?
that's a fair point.
Well,
Do you know, I was playing a game with the two of them, which was, see when you see Glasgow, say Glasgow! And it did look quite weird when you see George Square and the amount of people running across it, and yes, that looked cool as well, but then you pan out and it's, you know, the backdrop of Philadelphia and you're like...
That's only just because, it's just because you know, it's just because you know, it's not a problem, it's just... It's just,
you know what it is.
Strange why they've bothered doing that when they were going to film the UK anyway, so...
That's true.
well, they might not actually been in Cardiff.
Nah, it probably wouldn't have been, but like story-wise, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cardiff looks quite similar to Glasgow in terms of the sky looking grey. So, you know what I mean? The place is even rainier than Scotland, or at least
And
the
none of the
same.
people in the Wales bit sounded Welsh, I noticed.
No, they sounded like
Sounds
English.
American to me.
Yeah.
no, they sounded English. Like the grey-haired, serious-looking guy that was there when Brad Pitt woke up. He's a British actor.
Oh, the
I forget-
creepy guy.
Yeah, he reminded me of
Yes,
someone.
the creepy.
They remind me of that guy that plays House, just because he's lanky
Oh,
and...
it looked like Hugh
Thingy.
Laurie.
Aye.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know about the Indian-looking fella that was the head of the thing. I think he might have been putting on an accent, but
So, what did you like about the film?
not very much. If I'm being totally honest with you, I got
Is there
really,
anything-
really
Do you
Is
know
there
what?
anything-
I loved the head-butting zombies. Oh, we can't get in a car. I know, I'm going to headbutt the shit out of
gonna
the
malky
windshield.
the
That
windscreen,
was
yeah.
awesome.
They weren't zombies though.
No, they weren't.
They weren't zombies.
That's like Resident Evil nowadays. You know, they've got their, you know, they're zombies, but they're not.
Well,
you know.
How do you define zombies?
Yeah, exactly.
It is
They
dead
only-
bodies that get up
You know.
and feast on the living.
It didn't really look like they were dead because what it was is
They're not, it's a viral, it's a virus.
it's a virus sort of thing,
It's
so-
like basically like the rage zombie virus from 28 days later.
But
They're not zombies, they're infected.
see when they were in the virology building, the guy said you can't do such and such on the dead. You need a working circulatory system, referring to that black woman in the glass box. So maybe they are actually dead. That's what they were saying. They were saying you can't have a virus in a dead body, or whatever it was, because you need a working circulatory system or something along the lines. So maybe they were actually dead. Because you saw like the fucking guys falling for that bloody wall and all the rest of it, and just getting back up. So they might actually have been dead.
I don't know.
And then plus they were kind of excuse me, zombie-ish when you saw them in like the lab in particular, and they're just stoating about.
Aye, because there's nothing for them to eat.
Reaction. Aye, that's what it said. They said there's no stimulus, so
Aye,
they're
they're
still
dormant.
stoating about. But Oh, aye, that was one of the bits I liked in the movie, actually. They're stimulated by noise. So they're...
Oh, yeah.
Are we okay with spoilers?
Aye.
Oh, okay.
As long as it's no critical spoiler.
Nah, this one wasn't. They're in this certain bit, and it was all protected, and this scene is probably in the trailers anyway. And everybody's partying, yay, we're safe, and they're making lots of noise, and there's a lady in a microphone, and then all the zombies outside are like, noise! And they make like the big giant wall of zombies.
Yeah, it's in the trailer. It's in the trailer. It's in the trailer, so it's no
I
spoilers.
just loved all the zombies climbing up, and then Brad Pitt going, oh fuck, you guys are making too much noise here. You've got to stop doing that.
So hold on.
That's what I said. That's what I
For a
said.
few minutes.
This is what I said to my mate Casey that I popped into when I was waiting outside for you guys. We just came out of that as well. What did you think? It was like World War Z. It should have been called World War S. And I was like, no, for shite, just for stupid.
Yeah, it was so stupid.
The only reason half of the fucking zombies did and got killed all the fucking thingy, the people in it, was just because of their own stupidity.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
that, like the bit that Joe's fucking referring to is they were all having a big massive sing-song in within this confined structure. There's a big massive like 100-foot wall that you see in the trailer where they all start doing the lemons thing of crawling up over it. The reason to do that is because they're all having a big fucking sing-song with speakers and amplifiers and microphones. You're like, how stupid are you people?
Yeah.
When, like, the last encounter Brad Pitt had with him, he learned they're all stimulated by the noise. So he didn't think to just say, by the way, they like noise. Do you want to just shut up?
Yeah.
What that reminded me part of the thing is I try to sneak about like after learning about this, and they just reminded me of like when you're coming home stoned and drunk or whatever, or if you're coming home real late at night and everybody in the house is asleep and you're sitting there trying to be as quiet as possible and you're just falling over everything because that's essentially the way they were doing.
Like Scott said, Brad Pitt was just a massive.
He's such a fucking jinx, man.
Klutz.
Such a
He was.
jinx.
And his wife didn't help either, because one of the dumbest bits is they were trying to. There's two really stupid bits, and this is the bit after it. They were trying to
Three
catch
really
the plane.
The whole film
The
was
whole
stupid.
thing was stupid, but they're trying to catch a plane, and one scene was stupid. It's like, right, we're gonna give you bikes, so cycle out of there. But the bikes were all squeaky, and you're like, they're not gonna hear this. But what was stupid was when he left to go do his mission, he was given like a satellite phone.
Yep.
And his wife had the other one, and he's like, give me a call. So what
Once
happens
a
is they're
day.
trying to be quiet.
No, he said, I'll give you a call once a fucking day.
And she phoned him, of course, when they're trying to be quiet, and you're like, for fuck's sake, Brad, did you not turn that shit
Like it
off?
says, everybody's stupid in this fucking film.
Yeah, because they have this researcher who wants to go out and find the cure. They land the plane. The zombies come out and he runs away too scared. What to do? Trips up, sets off his gun and kills himself.
I was killing myself
That was
laughing
so
at that
funny.
simply because I couldn't think it was I didn't think it was possible to have a more stupid death than what Orlando Bloom happens in Black Hawk Down. You remember that? Basically, it's like a helicopter that comes across and they all start like, rappelling down the rope, like the thingies do.
Yeah.
And basically, the helicopter gets shot at with an RPG and it kind of tilts to avoid it.
Oh,
And he
really?
falls out and dies. This is at the start of the film where all the war happens like that. That's such a shitty death for a guy. He basically plays a noob in it, and the exact same thing happens here, and the guy dies by shooting himself.
He's like,
it's so stupid.
And it wasn't even made that clear either, because I think me and Scott were going to see it.
did he just shoot himself?
I knew he was dead.
Like,
I knew he was
did he
dead.
just shoot himself?
No, I figured it would be dead, but
I knew he was dead because they tried to give him a fucking character. Because there was no characters in this fucking film apart from
there
Brad
wasn't.
Pitt.
And even then, he was a really fucking stupid character as well.
it was the only reason he was there so Brad Pitt could remember what he said later on. That's all he was there for.
Right, there's this part. This is again with the stupidity that really, because that sign, you're like, it's
I
okay.
know.
Right, and it's I'll not spoil it if you're planning to go and see it because everybody keeps going on about fucking spoilers. But basically, what happens is this: he finds out the cure for it, right? And it finds out that he has to do something, and in order to do it, he needs to go alone and do all this shit, right? So rather than planning ahead, a very crucial part to it,
Yeah.
he waits until he gets there and goes, fuck, screw it, I'll just do all of them, even though one of them might actually end to his death. I mean, you think, before going out there, you should all have a discussion of
What you need.
Yeah.
what you're going for, and I mean that, you're going over there, right, cool. Fuck, I'm over here fucking, shit, fuck it.
Do you know what got me about that scene as well? It was like, I've seen this in other films when it's like they're watching them on the CCTV and you kept looking at the CCTV and they were sort of going, oh, don't do that and don't do that. Do you not think they could have communicated with them better? Like maybe, oh, we can use the camera, so pick up this one. Is this good?
I don't know if the camera moved though.
Yeah, that's what I was
that
thinking.
could have been good, that would have worked.
No, tell you what, worked if they actually planned it out in the fucking advance like they fucking should have.
Yeah.
If they weren't stupid, these people are scientists.
It's so dumb.
They're really dumb scientists.
They just really. One thing I really did like was wee daft. It was just like wee daft touches. Is like see the magazines getting wrapped in the. It was like it really had a cool, it had a few cool moments of like just basically like survival tips, which the book is quite a lot about because I've not read a lot of the book.
I still need to read.
I only read like maybe 2 or 3. It's not even chapters. It's kind of it's weird. It's like the world ends basically. It's all you see it from like different people's perspectives in times of like chronologically in the world as things are happening. So it's all wee different things. So I honestly thought it would have been better as a TV series as opposed to thingy. But I read an interview with Brad Pitt that if this one done well, the producers were planning of doing like an anthology. So it would be like somebody else's point of view during the thing and all that. I was like, alright, whatever. But that was the only part I really liked is that they have like duct tape and they start duct taping magazines around their forearm, their shins and stuff like that. Obviously to try and prevent bite marks. The only thing I didn't like that is they instantly showed you what it was for, as if dirt. I don't know what that is for because he's holding a door, he's braced in a door and there's a window thingy there and the zombie breaks the window and starts nomming on the thing. Oh, that was what it was for.
So if there's ever a zombie apocalypse, people keep hold of your Playboys and use them to tape them to your arms and you'll be totally okay.
So
you've got the internet now, nobody buys Playboy anymore.
Oh, that's true.
Aye, but that's what I'm saying. There's no internet anymore because it's the end of the world. But I think that was really the only thing that I really liked. I mean, my problem was there was no tension in the film simply because, like we discussed earlier, everything just looked dead shiny and clean and video game-like. And the fact that there's no gore in it, there's no characters in it that you care for, so if they die, right, cool, whatever. Because they kept having this, like, they're all running away from the zombies because of somebody being stupid and knowing where they are. And then Brad Pitt would turn round and look at somebody and it would just be one person, it'd be like an old guy or a wee skinny guy, and they'd just look totally dumbfounded and like basically like a rabbit in the headlights. And then keep running away and you're like, oh, I feel sorry for that person who I don't know. Opposed to everybody else has been dying in it. You just don't care about anybody.
You don't even care about his family.
You don't even. To be honest with you, I actually really like that. The family gets holed up into some sort of like safe haven for all the fucking people that are important. Since he's obviously a big Joe scientist, is going to cure it. And basically take he's an investigator, fucking whatever. And they all hold them in this wee safe haven. And basically, when he doesn't check back in, they pretty much just boot the family because they don't need him. It's like that is cold. That is ice cold. Yeah. I like that. That's funny.
But it was
that's realistic.
At the same time, you didn't care, and there was no tension because he was,
There was tension. There was one part that I thought was really good for tension. And it was when, I can't even remember who it was, when they went to South Korea and they went in that prison part and it showed you like back to the origins of the virus and the doctor's basically just checking all the vital signs and then he basically puts his face right up against the thingy to check he was breathing. That bit was tense.
See, I didn't think it was tense, I just thought, you're a fucking idiot.
It's still tense though.
It's not tense, and you knew it was going to happen. I was like, no, I know.
Did you brace yourself for it to happen?
Yeah.
Not really.
No?
I was quite chill.
That was also,
but nothing did happen, that's the thing.
Nah,
that's what I loved about it.
But
the tension for
that was also the scene where I started singing Asian hooker to you.
Jumped out at him.
I bet they jump out at him instantly.
No.
But you knew it was going to. But that was the thing when they took his family away and when they phoned him and went, how's my wife? And the guy's like, I'm really
sorry, I tried.
I'm sorry, I tried. And then he's like, oh, my family's in trouble, I've got to help them.
Gotta find my baby.
No. He still has to go and find these cures. He's not like.
Well, to be honest, he's got more pressing matters on his fucking hands.
That's how you help them.
Yeah,
you help them by trying to cure this damn thing.
He still didn't feel like. I didn't feel any urgency at that point.
See, the only time I felt there was a sense of urgency with Brad Pitt is when he was strapped to that table when he woke up in the place.
That was it.
That was it. Because he seemed a bit panicked at long bloody last.
But I would have liked the film if it was mostly like. Have you ever seen the film The Road? No. Basically, The Road is it starts up, the world's fucked.
Yay.
And we need to get from point A to point B.
Yeah.
They get to point B, film ends.
Yeah.
Sounds really stupid and shite when you break it down like that, but it's all about the journey. It's got no story to it whatsoever. It's just about the journey and how fucked up the world is and how fucked up the people are and how fucked up the whole state of affairs are. That's what I thought we were coming into. But all it is it's like fucking...
It's just Brad Pitt being a massive
It's
klutz.
like... The only thing I can thingy it to is like, see films like 2012... and it's just like big massive disaster like films and stuff like that, where you just big massive panning shots of like
Things
big,
going wrong.
things just basically falling to bits and stuff like
Blowing
that.
up.
Is essentially what this film felt like. It just felt like a disaster movie, and I
Would you?
don't personally like them
Nah, me neither.
because there's just, like I say, there's no tension. Just looks like a cartoon graphic thing that's falling to bits, and there's people in there, but you don't care about them because I don't know who these people are.
I think
So
they tried to build the family within the first 5 minutes, and it didn't kind of work. Like the wee girl there was a young one that liked her keep her like her mouse Teddy. There was the one that was obviously asthmatic or something, which only affects her for like 2 minutes. And then when they're running about the shopping centre,
Immediately
she's,
find what they
she's
need.
fine and she can run and everything's okay.
what I
I
think
can't even get it about the wife.
What I think is the feeling I got from the whole film is that it's probably in its original cut feels as if it's about an hour longer and it's just been cut to fuck.
Aye.
Because as soon as I said to you, it's like how many fucking studio teams have worked on this?
Oh,
Aye,
Because when
yeah,
it started, that's
awful.
never a good sign when
No,
you've got
it's
like
not.
in partnership with, produced by, also with. And it was like this
Yeah,
must have
going
went
on.
from studio to studio to studio
I
to
think it
studio,
did, though. I think that's
and
what
it's
happened.
ultimately paid
That's,
for it.
that's
I
why it
honestly
took
think.
so
Yeah.
long to come out, was it? No.
Yeah, it was.
It kept on.
It sounds as if it was hell to fucking make, and sadly the
Yeah.
production suffered for it because it just feels as if it's a former shell of what it should have been. Because I've not heard any good things about any good buzz about the film at all, but I was coming in with an open mind.
Same
But
here.
it's like, I've not read much of the books. Maybe it's just loads of people just pissing and moaning because it's
no
nothing like the
exactly.
books. But I'm used to the people taking adaptations and not doing anything with the source material.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I was like, fuck it, I'll get in with a thingy, but it's just so stupid.
I
It
went
really is
into it
stupid.
like, okay, I've not read the book. I know absolutely nothing about this film. I just know there's zombies and Brad Pitt in it. You know, let's see what happens.
It's zombies with Brad Pitt in it and no one else.
Yeah.
Literally, nobody else
Literally, if
worth
you want to go
mentioning.
see a film with some very clean, quite psychotically awesome, and what they do zombies, and Brad Pitt, you know, go see that.
I would say just
Oh.
stay at home.
Stay at home, play
Stay at
Resident
home,
Evil.
play Resident Evil,
Yeah.
or fire on one of the Deads, even the remake of Dawn of the
No,
Dead,
do you know
which I
what?
really
Do you know what you
like.
should do? Watch Shaun of the Dead.
Watch Dawn of
Watch
the
Shaun
Dead
of
as
the
well,
Dead,
yeah.
that's better. But this film did not contain enough Chris Redfield. Did you know he would have been in there just blasting these zombies to fuck? And that would have been awesome.
There is quite a lot of
I would have
comparison.
loved that in the film.
There's a lot of set pieces that were quite like Resident Evil in it, like the plane. Because you turned around and it was like
I said
Resident
that
Evil
was
6. And I was like, yep.
26. Yeah. I was totally
And again,
26.
really, I liked that as well. There's another thing I liked was the whole survival thing when they piled up all the suitcases.
Aye.
No spoilers because the fucking thing's in the trailer, right? But
Is it?
yeah, the trailer's got the
Yeah,
plane
the
bit where they all
plane
get sucked
going
out,
wrong.
right? So what happened is the
that was
plane goes
awesome,
wrong
that
and they realise it's getting wrong, but before it can come into the back of the plane, because now the plane goes into two sections, you get the wee daft cutting that does literally nothing.
I was like, thank God
They
we're
just
in
to
first
start taking all
class.
the. Because I like
Don't
that.
look at all the poor people.
I
in the
like
back.
that aspect of just survival. Just use anything you can get your hands on. All that kind of shit. They just have wee bits and bobs there. I was like, I like that. That's cool, but
Just
the
had a
big
wee thought.
picture's
Every
just.
now and again.
Just had a thought. That wee dog died. That wee
Oh,
dog
yeah,
is super
shit,
dead.
It came a zombie dog?
No, super dead.
Stupid dick.
Oh,
Dober
yeah, we can
won't
super
do.
dead afterwards, yeah.
Super dead.
See,
One
and
thing-
else.
Yeah, the zombies themselves. There was see near the end when
They look
he
pretty
was
decent.
talking about when you know, he's going, oh fuck it, you know, and doing all that weird. But he's eye to eye with this zombie over a sheet of glass, and the zombie wasn't headbutting the glass to get in, which was disappointing in itself because they were doing it at the start and it was awesome. But it was literally, you know, eyeing him up and just going. With his teeth out and just sort of giving him like weird head
No joke.
angles and like
No
going
joke.
almost
funny.
om-nom-nomming on
Everybody was laughing.
it was and
People,
you're like,
everybody were laughing in the cinema.
you're
It
like,
was
this
stupid.
isn't scary, this is just really funny. I can't take a zombie seriously when
No.
it's doing that and it's like
I was like, is that right? It's
nothing
cold. It just
salivary,
needs a scarf or
blood
something
out
like that.
No,
not scary, not scary.
There was
Funny
like
as
there was
fuck,
some
but
cheap
scary.
jump scares in it, and that's about it.
And
I like
shat
the first
myself
jump
every
scare.
single one of them.
But that was so stupid.
I
You
like
knew
the
it was coming,
no,
though.
well, they opened the door, they look left and they look
No,
right.
no.
They're in a
You
flat.
open the door. You open the door. The first thing you do is you look straight fucking ahead of you, and you're looking because you
But
open
it
the
was
fucking
underneath.
door.
Door, yeah.
Was it? Was it lying on the flare?
It might have been.
Fucking dumb as fuck either way, man. Anyway,
That and the fact that the close was dark as well.
okay.
I liked it, but after
And
that,
it was a black zone.
what I do like is I like jump scares that are justified and they've got the right timing. But see, once you've done one, you need to you need to think of other ways to do it. And when you do, it doesn't do anything for it. All it does is just get you to fucking jump a bit. It's no scary. There's no tension. The only time a jump scare's good is when there's tension.
I think these jump scares though were slightly better than ones in Paranormal Activity 4 because that's all.
That
they
film
relied on.
sucked, but-
I know it sucked. So did this one. But these jump scares.
No, that
were
whole film,
better.
that whole film's done round jump
Yeah,
scares.
it was, that's what
Cause I
I'm saying.
likened that when we seen, but like everybody thinks that I fucking hate everything. I like the Paranormal Activities.
Same here, I love
They're not
it.
scary,
No.
but what I do like about them is I put them up to being like Where's Waldo, and the fact that you just sit there and you look and go, oh, what's going to happen?
What's going to move?
You're just sitting there just basically
Something's gonna happen
typewriting.
here, and what
You
is
just
it?
try to see what's going to move, and then it
Aye.
moves. Like, oh fuck, it's over there. Right, so
I like the plus I like the human psychology in those films as well. You know, those films are my list of when I ever do my survival horrors. You know, those films are just the one rule of knowing when to say, oh fuck this, and just get out of here.
Just leave.
But just leave, just get out of there, just get out of there. Do you know what though? The only time I cared for characters in this film was when they were leaving South Korea and he built up sort of a rapport with some of the army guys.
jarheads are jarheads to me.
I liked
Yeah,
some of
pretty
those
much.
jarheads. I liked some of them though. It's when the one got bitten and he's like,
But that one,
fuck, I've been
that
bitten,
one
and
with the
they're like,
beard.
we've got a clear shot, and he's like, nah, I'll fucking do it myself. Bang! You know?
Didn't know
course you don't see
didn't
it.
know his name.
Don't
No.
care, I liked random jarhead with the baseball hat. I liked that guy.
Random jarhead with beard number 1.
Yeah,
Um,
I liked him. He
see,
was
I think
cool.
what they could have done is.
Made it in a TV series.
No, I don't care.
No,
I
I
wouldn't
don't
watch it
like
because guess what? There's already one very good zombie series out there.
Nah,
Which
then
one's that?
Walking Dead. You shut up.
I still
That
watched
second
that.
season was boys.
Was it?
Nothing happens in it. Nothing.
Alright,
Literally
I don't
nothing
know.
happens in it.
Anyway,
Admittedly, thank
We're
you.
getting sidetracked anyway.
Still
Okay.
zombies.
Is there anything else you want to discuss about this film?
Right, see, what I would have liked to see is if they actually made you give a crap about any of the characters. I didn't even care about Brad Pitt.
No, me neither.
Is it, if they made you actually care about some of these characters, like they meet a family at the start of the film when they're trying to.
The coolest family ever.
They're
Yeah,
nice,
very
they're
nice
awesome.
family.
Yeah.
Take them in, feed them, let them get some kip before the
I
morning.
was sitting there about like as if. Like, hey, fuck.
You're on your own, pals.
These guys are way too nice.
But,
I thought they were going to be like cannibals
Very
or
nice
fucking
sort of-
rapists or something like that.
A bit early for that to happen because mind it's all just
I know,
kicked off.
I know.
So,
Aye.
but very nice to them and all the rest of it. Bring them in, help them out. Spanish family, and
Aye,
with a wee boy,
translated, aye.
with a wee boy,
I
right?
like the wee boy, yeah.
That wee boy could have been a big thing with this film, an emotional
I
connection.
know
It could have
that,
been.
Yeah.
It could have been.
We need to get time for that.
But see,
We need time for that. We need to go and have big
Yeah,
explosions
no,
and
it's
fucking
but-
big fountains of zombies and that. We don't get time for characters, mate. No time.
But see, that's what could have happened because he like loses his family, obviously enough, and he's the only one left.
But why didn't he get
And then
punched was what I
fucking
always
nothing
thought.
else. He doesn't even get another line
No,
in that whole
doesn't.
film.
Nah.
It's like, oh.
It's like, we saved this wee boy. Yeah,
Nah,
his
you're
family
cool,
saved
you're
us,
cool,
we
you're
saved
awesome.
this wee boy.
Yeah,
And
but
nothing.
the excessive head kissing, the forehead kissing.
Oh, yeah.
What was that all about?
Aye, well.
And
See when he
and
kissed the
and
forehead of that
weird-
soldier, I was like,
Do
where'd
you know,
that come from?
and the really weird when he's hanging over his kids and he's like,
I'm
and they
terrified
hear-
right now.
That's what it was like watching it though, and he
I
was just
know,
like
mate.
whispering right in their ears. I didn't whisper it in back to your ear, okay. But yeah, didn't really care
That's what
for
she wants
him.
you to think.
Yeah.
I'm terrified.
Good, I like that.
I'm terrified for my bumhole.
My bum
I
hole.
can't
My
think
butthole.
of. It was just Brad Pitt being such a klutz, and he kept, you know, when they're trying to be quiet, and then he kicks something, and it's always him that did it. It was nobody
Yep,
else.
it was nobody
always
Just people being
him.
stupid. They were going round in circles here. Is there anything else?
Wouldn't
The
he bother?
trailers before the film were good.
We'll talk about the trailers, but
Oh, okay.
anything else? Dad? Nah. Well,
Yeah,
the trailers.
Didn't have enough Chris Redfield in it.
Trailers. What did we get?
We've got Pain and Gain.
That looked pretty funny.
Looks
I think it's going to be absolutely god awful, but I really
Well,
do
'cause
I'm
want
going
to
to go
see
see it
it.
anyway.
Yeah.
I just like so
The
bad
reason
at
I
the
want to go and see it is because it's based on real time events that's happened in real life.
Based on a real story.
It's
It really
identity
did
theft of
have
a very
rock
rich
in
criminal.
it.
Identity.
It's
theft.
basically a bunch of bodybuilders that fucking rob and kill somebody.
Oh wait,
And then
I've heard this.
they get caught because I can't even remember what it is. It's basically they get caught because they try to cut up the body and cook it.
What?
Reasons? Because if they thought if they cooked it, they wouldn't be able to identify who it was.
These
These peoples are just really stupid people. But I'm going to have to do my research to see what's actually true in the film and what's not. Because apparently, see, the victims to these people that happened in real life, they weren't told about the movie and weren't advised not to see it. Which means it's going to be in really poor taste since it is Michael Bay. So I want to see how bad and how distasteful it really is. I really
Plus
do.
The Rock's in it, and just to be fair, they always call him Dwayne Johnson. I can't take him seriously. It's
I like
fucking
Dwayne.
Rock and it's Dwayne. You
I
know?
like Dwayne.
I don't know.
Or at least I want to like him, but he's not giving me enough reasons to like him.
Yeah, he was in the Tooth Fairy. I can't like him for that, you know.
What other ones did we have?
There was
We had that the butterfly effect one.
Oh, aye,
Bill
Time
Nighy.
Travelling Englishman.
Yeah.
That was strange.
That was
It
a
looked
weird
strange,
looking one.
but Bill Nighy's awesome.
I love Bill Nye.
Real nice.
That
Isn't it?
goes-
Basically, it was I can't even remember what it was called.
Sometime, was that not it? About Time, something like that.
It was just basically about a loser that finally figures out that he can travel.
His dad
back in
tells
time,
him, "Oh,
so
by the way, we can travel through
you
time."
can jump in a closet and go back in time.
a
Alright,
dark
sweet.
place.
Which is
I'm just
exactly-
going to manipulate women to sleep with me. Fuck
It's
yeah!
only one woman.
Yeah.
It's only one.
That we know of.
Aye, well, that's true.
Do you know what that exact?
What else you got to do with time and
That
power?
exact same technique where I would go in a dark space would be exactly how I'd wake up from a nightmare. I would just somewhere in my dream I would go somewhere dark and close my eyes and then wake up and I would be awake.
Interesting concept, but I don't know if it's going to be much. It's
But
going to be much more different than the
I get a
butterfly effect.
funny feeling that the best part in that whole film would be Bill Nye saying you can't go back in time and kill Hitler or shag Helena Troy. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
I've tried.
We got. What else did we get?
Big massive robot thing and I thought the monster
Pacific
was
Pacific Rim.
That's
I
it.
fucking want to see that film so bad.
The monster
I'm
was
such a
self-convinced
sucker for
from Cloverfield.
gigantic robots and giant monsters. Such a sucker for them.
No.
Yes. Yes from me,
just
no
looked
from
like
Simon.
just looked like a big video game.
It looked like Transformers v Godzilla.
I'd rather
to
play
me.
Rampage or the Godzilla game on the Dreamcast.
Did you meet this Roy?
Destroy all monsters melee.
I didn't do it for me, the trailer. But it looked what Transformers should have looked like,
Exactly,
basically.
that's what I was thinking.
Transformers aren't that big.
Even though it's not robots, it's like the Gundam with the pilots
Aye,
inside.
it's,
So it's not
it's
technically.
mechs.
It's mechs.
It's
There you go.
mechs,
That's the
yeah.
word I'm looking for.
We
Mechs.
also got the Lone Ranger, which I don't want to see that film.
Johnny Depp's fucking weird accent.
I
I
hate
am.
Johnny Depp because he's just in everything, and if he's in it, Helen Bonham Carter's in it.
Problem
as
is
well,
though,
and
Johnny Depp's good. That's the
Johnny
thing.
Depp is
That's why he's in
it,
everything.
But he's a chameleon, you know. But
That's why he's in
He
everything.
was literally a chameleon one time in Django.
Yeah, that's what he was.
which is a really
Rango.
No, Django, Rango.
Rango.
Rango, which if
Is that
you've
any
ever,
good?
if you've ever,
I love that film. I think it's
It's
amazing.
weird as hell. I mean,
It's very strange,
awesome.
but I like it.
There's like only one character that looks good in that film, and that's the snake. He looks amazing.
Oh,
Everything
because
else-
she likes to say it.
I thought we were talking about Lone Ranger. I'm like, I'm doing that. What?
No.
Was there not another trailer?
I'm not going to lie, I'll probably go and see Lone Ranger because I'm a huge narc when it comes to like, old Wild
Well, it
West
is-
films. I love
it does-
I
what's
love
his
the
face?
setting of
Gore
West
Verbinski,
films.
isn't it? Gore Verbinski, aye, so...
That guy that was supposed to do the Bioshock film. That's all I know him for.
Well, no, he done all the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, Jerry
Oh,
Bruckheimer
okay,
film, yeah.
right. I've seen the first one.
And he done Rango as well.
Oh, they do that as well.
He done all the fucking... I think he done a lot of
He's
the
got some
guitar
chops to him then.
parts. Aye, he's good. I quite like him.
I like the look of that film, so I'll probably go and... Well, I say I like the look of it. I'll probably see anything
It's
that's
a
got a
good
Western theme.
Yeah.
I'll probably
the
give it a
Western
swatch as
setting.
well. Just doesn't change the fact that Johnny Depp's accent annoyed the fuck out of me. Oh, he's got...
I don't know.
You can't
don't know
fault
what
Johnny
you see.
Depp for being in a film and putting on a silly voice because
Does
that's
Tim
his shtick.
Burton have anything to do in this
No.
film?
No.
Oh, thank fuck.
I think I saw the trailers maybe.
So which ones was that? That's four. That's Lone Ranger, the Time one, Pacific Rim, that other one we talked about.
See, well,
Yeah, that was it.
I think that's it.
I think I was.
Yeah,
So-
so
In summary,
In summary,
Simon,
watch Dawn of the Dead remake on DVD in house.
play Resident Evil 6.
don't play Resident Evil 6.
Basically what it was at times.
Play The Last of Us.
Watch
It's
Shaun of
close,
the Dead.
as close to zombies as this fucking film was.
Watch-
It just
watch
wasn't...
Shaun of the Dead. Do you know
So
what?
I wasn't
It
even
was-
hyped up for it or anything
No,
like
me
that.
neither.
I was going in with an open mind. I wasn't going in with major expectations, and it was just such a boring letdown.
I went in
It's not
because
the worst
I like
film I've ever
zombies.
seen. Yeah.
I like Brad Pitt. Let's see what happens. And Brad Pitt's performance isn't even anything to write home.
No,
so.
it's really not.
But again, there's not really much you can do with this film. You could have put in fucking.
Best
You could have put in
actor.
fucking.
Give it Russell Crowe in.
You could have put fucking Clint Eastwood in or Christopher Walken. It'd still not have any charm. It'd just still be soulless.
I'm trying with Christopher fucking
Nah,
Walken was
I don't even
doing
think he could save this film.
it. Oh,
Nah.
lame.
So don't go and see it.
Nah, just wait until it's on, like, Sky Movies.
Just don't watch it.
Watch it with your friends if you want to laugh.
Watch anything once. I watched
Yeah.
Green Lantern one time.
Oof.
Fucking oh.
On that note, see you later.